Welcome to Egypt.
نورتونا.
It's a tremendous day for the Middle East. And you can see that this is probably the greatest assemblage of countries in terms of wealth and power maybe ever assembled. And it's just an honor to be a part of it. We're going to be signing a document that's going to spell out a lot of rules and regulations and lots of other things. And it's very comprehensive, but we've already signed documents in the Middle East and having to do with Israel and Hamas and just about everything else. And it's really working out incredibly well. The hostages, as you know, were let go on time, on schedule. The very sad situation of bodies, which was always a sad situation, and they're being sought out, and they're working with many different people, finding some were brought in and some were not. And they're working out to find out where those bodies are. It's hard to believe that you even have to say something like that. It's so sad. It's so sad. But what's not sad is that we have finally, after, I guess they say 3,000 years, I've heard from 3,000 years to 500 years, but whatever it is, it's a lot. But this was the one, this was the granddaddy of them all. And frankly, I thought this was probably going to be the toughest, and maybe in many ways it was, but we had a lot of good talent. Steve Witkoff, Jared, and Marco, and Pete, and General Kane was so great. John Ratcliffe was incredible. We had an amazing array of talent, and we were helped by, in particular, the countries represented at this table. I will say, Tamim, you were fantastic, and your country is unbelievable. And I don't think they give you a fair shake. They talk about you as though you're not a nice person, and you happen to be a nice person. You happen to live in a little tough neighborhood. You're surrounded by everybody. And without you, this wouldn't have happened. And I just want to thank you very much. That's Qatar. And thank you. He's a great gentleman, and he's an amazing leader. And another man who's been a friend of mine for a long time. I don't know what it is. I like the tough people better than I like the soft, easy ones. I don't know what the hell that is. It's a personality problem, I suspect. But this gentleman from a place called Turkey has one of the most powerful armies actually in the world. It's much more powerful than he even lets known. If you look at some of the recent conflicts, he was at the top of them, and he was winning them, and he did win them. And he doesn't want any credit. He doesn't want anything. He just wants to be left alone. He's a tough cookie, but he's been my friend. And every time I've ever needed him, he's been there for me. So I just want to thank President Erdogan, Turkey, great guy. When NATO has a problem with him, because he is difficult, they call me. They said, would you do me a favor? Could you speak to Erdogan? And I do, and he never fails us. Right, General? He never fails. He's amazing. So I just want to thank you for the friendship. It's great. Thank you very much. And then, of course, we have the host tonight, and I just want to thank you very much. There was a reason we chose Egypt, because you were very helpful. And very, very helpful. Everybody wanted to have this, but we really thought it was appropriate. And you are a great leader. You have very little crime. You have problems that other countries don't have. And, of course, nothing's perfect, but the job you do is amazing, and I want to thank you. Another one, he's been my friend right from the beginning. During the campaign against crooked Hillary Clinton, have you heard of her? We were both downstairs waiting to go up to meet this gentleman who has a place called Egypt, the oldest civilization. They say 6,000 years. China's 5,000 years, but you're actually number one, 6,000 years. Can you believe it? But the oldest, they say, civilization. But so I went up to meet him first. We liked each other so much that she waited for about an hour and a half. And I think your meeting lasted about 2 minutes with her. So I always remembered that. But that was our first meeting. We had great chemistry together. And he's a fantastic man and a fantastic general, by the way. but he's a great, great president, and I want to thank Egypt and all of your representatives for treating us all so well. Thank you very much. So we're going to be signing, and we're really representative of a whole group of nations, and they're sitting behind us, and you know most of them. I can tell you this guy's got so much money. They all have so much money. There's more money and power sitting behind us. I love that they're behind us. They've never been sitting behind anybody before. This is a unique position for them, but they are seriously, they're among the most powerful countries in the world, the richest countries in the world, and there's never been really an assemblage like what we have today. I don't think, Tamim, I've never seen it anyway. And I want to thank everybody for being with us. Here's a man, I just solved the war for him. Azerbaijan. Right, did I do a good job? Where's your compatriot here? There he is. You two guys are still getting along, right? They fought for 32 years. In about 1 hour, we settled it, right? And they like each other now, too. It's good. That's great. I think it's great. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here. We have Italy. She's a very strong ruler. She's doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much. There's so many, but we're actually going to be making a speech after this, so this is just a very important signing, but we're doing a signing, then we're doing a speech, and then I may stay behind with the leaders just to talk about that, some things without the press, without the media. But I want to thank the media for you've been so respectful on this deal. You know the importance of the deal, and I really, it was so pleasant to watch. I was on the plane for quite a while listening to the various newscasts, and they were all fair. They were talking about how incredible this is. This is an incredible day for the world, let alone the Middle East. So I just wanted to thank the media. They really treated it with respect. I wish you could be like that on other things, but that's perhaps too much to ask for. But on this, tremendous, everybody feels the same. Just tremendous respect, and we appreciate it very much. Can we get the documents, please? Okay.
You will sign right here.
Okay. This took 3,000 years to get to this point. Can you believe it? And it's going to hold up, too. It's going to hold up. Okay, thank you. I can use my pen. Have a pen? Can you use mine? Okay. Okay. I think we're going to hold it up. And hold up the signature page, yeah. So we're going to go and I'm going to say a few words. We'll give you a little speech, and then we're going to meet with the leaders after that and spend a little time together without the media. The media is invited to the speech. I just want to tell you the people behind me and some of the people in the room that are so helpful, but the people behind me are the greatest leaders, most powerful leaders, the richest leaders, frankly. Sometimes it's not politically correct to say that, but I'll say it, the richest in the world that the world has ever seen. And yet when you get to know them, I know every one of them in their own way, and I can say in particular some, because that's the way life works, but some of the greatest people you'll ever meet, and people that really care for their countries. And why this happened is they all came together and they wanted to get Gaza straightened out. They wanted to get the whole thing straightened out. It got to a point where it was just crazy. And once they got together and once we started talking, it went really, Tamim, it went smoothly. It went so smoothly. You were such a big help, but it went so smoothly that nobody can even believe it, that we're sitting here and getting this all certified out and all done. And everybody's happy about it. Everybody's happy about it, like I've never seen before, actually. I've done other deals, and people don't care as much. Big deals, I think they're big deals, but this is something that's taken off like a rocket ship. And it did from the beginning, and I've heard for years, this is the biggest deal, it'll never happen. For years, long before I ran for office, that this is the Middle East. It's the biggest, most complicated deal. And also it's the place that could lead to tremendous problems like World War III. They always talked about World War III would start in the Middle East. And that's not going to happen. We don't want it to start anywhere, actually, but it's not going to happen. So I just want to thank everybody, and I'll see you in a little while. And in particular, thank you all. Thank you, Tamim. Mr. General, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great job. Great job. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Okay.
From the dawn of civilization, Egypt has been a storyteller to the world. Its monuments, its art, and its timeless wisdom continue to shape human identity. Every stone, every inscription, every legacy teaches us a lesson. At the crossroads of continents, this is a land where civilizations met and prospered across millennia, a gathering place of cultures and ideas.
Mind your step, okay? Okay. هو لازم.
Rasha, olan şnuru, please give me one. Where?
You're wide, right? You're not honest.
Back there.
J'oublie pas le...
It was just.
White balance. 46.
رئيس جمهورية مصر العربية His Excellency President Abdel Fattah Sisi, the President of the Arab Republic of Egypt.
Excellencies and Highnesses, peace be upon you and God's blessings. I welcome you all to Sharm El-Sheikh Peace Summit. At this historic milestone, where we all together have witnessed the reaching of Sharm El-Sheikh agreement on ending war in Gaza, and the birth of a glimpse of hope that such deal ends an agonizing chapter in the history of mankind and opens the door, ushering in a new era of peace and stability in the Middle East. The deal offers a better morrow to the conflict-fatigued and strained regional populations. And now we receive the valorous peace leaders that attained peace in the entire world. Allow me to invite His Excellency, the American President Donald Trump, to join the peace lovers leaders who advocate for peace in the world. And I would like to express our profound appreciation to Your Excellency at this critical circumstance reflected in your proposed plan for ending this tragic war, a war during which humanity incurred significant losses. I would like to thank our partners in United States, Turkey and Qatar for their dedicated efforts, and I reiterate our support and aspiration to the execution of this plan, creating the essential political horizon for the implementation of the two-state solution, for it is the only pathway to the fulfillment of the legitimate ambition of both Palestinian and Israeli peoples, turning over the conflict page and safely live. Excellency President, you have demonstrated that genuine leadership doesn't mean war waging, rather the ability to bring it to a halt. We trust your leadership that is capable to carry out the current deal and to execute your entire staged plan. Excellency President, let Gaza war be the last of wars in the Middle East. Majesties, Excellencies and Highnesses, Egypt launched peace trajectory in the Middle East nearly half a century ago, specifically in November 1977, when the late President Anwar Sadat, may God shower him with his mercy, took unprecedented steady moves in the history of the region and initiated the historic visit to Jerusalem. Since that moment, Egypt has established a new era, granting posterities a chance for life, and proved that people's security is not only realized by military force. Today, Egypt along with its sisterly Arab and Islamic states, reiterate that peace remains our strategic option. Experience showed over the past decades that this option cannot be founded except through just and equal rights. Based on this, and if the whole regional populations have always been relishing the right to their independent nations, the Palestinian people is not an exception. They too have the right to self-determination and to aspire for a future where war doesn't loom over, own the right to enjoy freedom and to live in their independent state, a state that lives side by side with Israel in peace, security and mutual recognition. Peace is not only crafted by governments, but also built by peoples when they realize that yesterday's rivals could be tomorrow's partners. I avail this opportunity to appeal to the Israeli people. I say, let us turn this historic moment into a new beginning of just and peaceful coexistence prevalent life. Allow us to look forward together to a better future for the sons of our nations. Together, stretch out our hands for our cooperation towards a just and durable peace for the entire regional populations. Excellency President Trump, let us pause at the scenes of overwhelming relief and happiness, whether down the streets in Gaza or in Israel alike, or in the entire world, after reaching the war-ending agreement. Thanks to your wise initiative, it is another evidence to the people's option is peace. We value as well your interest in resuming life in Gaza. Egypt will work with the United States and in coordination with all partners during the forthcoming days to lay down the common grounds for proceeding towards the Strip reconstruction without delay. In this context, we are willing to host early recovery, reconstruction and development conference, which will be based on your plan for ending the war in Gaza, in order to provide livelihoods and to give hope to the Palestinians on their lands. Peace cannot be completed until hands are extended for rebuilding in the aftermath of devastation. Majesties, Excellencies and Highnesses, we look ahead to a bright future to our region, as its cities are built on hope rather on burying the memories of its inhabitants under the rubble. We have a unique and historic opportunity at hand. It might be the last to come to a Middle East free from whatever menacing its stability and progress. A Middle East where its populations relish peace and decent existence within its secured borders and safeguarded rights. A Middle East that is invincible to terrorism and radicalization. A Middle East free from mass destructive weapons. This is the very new Middle East that Egypt envisions to be embedded in collaboration with regional and international partners. Today's agreement paves the way for that, and it should be cemented and implemented in all its stages, and to reach the implementation of the two-state solution, ensuring our joint vision, exemplifying coexistence among the regional populations, even exemplifying integration among all its states. Honorable attendees, before I conclude my speech, and in appreciation to President Donald Trump's efforts, I would like to declare before the August attendees Egypt's decree to decorate His Excellency with the Order of the Nile, the highest state honor among Egyptian decorations. It is awarded to heads of states and to those who render great services to humankind. Thank you all. Now I invite the honorable guest to deliver his speech. Excellency President Trump, kindly proceed. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much, and that was a great honor. I appreciate it very much, Mr. President. Mr. General, Mr. President, great General, great President, thank you very much. This is the day that people across the region and around the world have been working. We've just signed. Those prayers of millions have finally been answered. As you know, the hostages have been returned, and further work goes on having to do with the, sadly to say, bodies. Together we've achieved what everybody said was impossible. There's a few rows and standing behind me. I don't know why they chose to stand, but I promise I'll make it short, okay? We are not going to keep you standing for long. These are great leaders. After years of suffering and bloodshed, the war in Gaza is over. Humanitarian aid is now pouring in, including hundreds of truckloads of food, medical equipment, and other supplies, much of it paid for by people in this room. Civilians are returning to their homes. The hostages are reuniting. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm just watching it backstage. The level of love and sorrow, I've never seen anything like it. It's amazing when you see they haven't seen their mother, their father. They haven't seen them in such a long time, and they lived in a tunnel, a very little tunnel, very deep. And the level of love is just incredible. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's, in one sense, it's so horrible that it could have taken place, but in another sense, it's so beautiful to see. A new and beautiful day is rising, and now the rebuilding begins. The rebuilding is maybe going to be the easiest part. I think we've done a lot of the hardest part because the rest comes together. We all know how to rebuild, and we know how to build better than anybody in the world. I want to express my tremendous gratitude to the Arab and Muslim nations who helped make this incredible breakthrough possible. And you really did. To President El-Sisi of Egypt, who is so generously hosting us today. And I want to thank you for the outstanding job your country is doing in so many different ways and for helping us so much with this peace agreement. I also want to thank the President for the escort of 6 fighter jets. So we looked out the window, we said, I hope they're friendly, and they turned out to be very friendly. But we had 3 on each side, and they are beauties right out of the great, really American manufacturing hub. We make the greatest military equipment in the world. We have the strongest military in the world by far. And I knew exactly what those planes were, and I knew exactly how much you paid for those planes, too. You paid a lot, but you got a pretty good deal. And they are great planes, and we just appreciate it. That was quite an escort in. That was very impressive. But Air Force One was really, it was covered with Egyptian desert just a few months ago. If you think about it, just a few months ago it was Egyptian desert, and now it was just a few feet off our window. And it was a spectacular sight, and I appreciate it very much. Really, that was pretty good. You got our people by surprise. I don't know if they were thrilled right at the beginning, but they were thrilled as we sailed along very, very calmly and safely. And I'm deeply honored to receive from you, Egypt's highest state honor, the Order of the Nile. The Nile is so beautiful, so magnificent. It's such a beautiful title, the Order of the Nile. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Appreciate it. Great honor. I also want to give a very, very special thanks to the Emir of Qatar, a man who's outstanding. He's been a friend of mine for a long time, long before politics, and he's a fantastically respected man. His Highness Sheikh Tamim is respected by everybody. He's respected by everybody, and in the most positive way, not only because of power, because of his heart. He's got a tremendous heart, and he's a great leader, and his country loves him. Thank you very much for being here. It's an honor. Let me also express our condolences to the Qataris on the tragic car crash that claimed the lives of your cherished diplomats, some of whom were known by our people, and they were supposed to be incredible people. So please extend our sorrow and best wishes. That was tough. That was really tough. On this extraordinary occasion, I also want to give our sincere thanks to President Erdogan of Turkey. He's always there when I need him. He's such a tough guy. He is tough as you can be, but we love him. And when they have a problem with you, they always call me to handle it. And usually I come through. We just have a good relationship, but we have from the beginning. And so I want to thank you very much and say hello to your wife, your beautiful wife. And it's great to be with you. Always there. When I need him, he's always there. Thank you very much, Mr. President. And I also want to thank, I just spoke to him on the phone, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed, Saudi Arabia, a special friend of mine. Boy, he's come so long and so far, and he's doing a fantastic job for his country. And I want to just thank him. And, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed of the United Arab Emirates is here. Where? He's here someplace. Well, oh, he's not here. But he's here in spirit, I can tell you that. And he's been another one. He's been absolutely incredible, and we appreciate it very much. And His Majesty King Abdullah of Jordan. And thank you very much, King Abdullah of Jordan. He's here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And you really have been a great helper. We appreciate it. Appreciate it. Prime Minister Sharif of Pakistan. And also, I have to say, my favorite field marshal from Pakistan, who's not here, but the Prime Minister is here, and you're going to give his regards. Where are you? There you go. Thank you very much. Do you want to say what you said to me the other day? Come, would you like to say what you said the other day? I think it was so nice. Please.
Thank you very much, my dear President Trump, my dear brother, President Fatil Sisi of Egypt, Majesties, Highnesses, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, and a very good evening. Well, I would say today is one of the greatest days in contemporary history, because peace has been achieved after untiring efforts. Efforts led by President Trump, who is genuinely a man of peace, who has relentlessly and untiringly worked throughout these months, day in and day out, to make this world a place to live with peace and prosperity. I would say that Pakistan had nominated President Donald Trump for Nobel Peace Prize for his outstanding, extraordinary contributions to first stop war between India and Pakistan and then achieve ceasefire along with his very wonderful team. And today, again, I would like to nominate this great president for Nobel Peace Prize because I genuinely feel that he is the most genuine and most wonderful candidate for Peace Prize because he has brought not only peace in South Asia, saved millions of people, their lives. And today, here in Sharm El-Sheikh, achieving peace in Gaza is saving millions of lives in the Middle East. Mr. President, I would like to salute you for your exemplary leadership, visionary leadership. And I think that you are the man this world needed most at this point in time. World would always remember you as a man who did everything, went out of the way to stop 7 and today 8 wars. I would like to thank my very dear brother, Sheikh Tamim. He's Akh al-Shaqiq, who has really worked very hard along with others to achieve peace in this region. My very dear brother, President Tayyip Erdogan, His Majesty, King Abdullah, and of course, my very dear brother, Mohammed bin Zayed of UAE, and of course, my very dear brother, Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. And he has also been very, very helpful and contributed very valuably in this wonderful peace process. Ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't want to take more of your time. Suffice it to say, had it not been for this gentleman, not only, who knows, India and Pakistan are both nuclear powers. Had he not intervened along with his wonderful team, during those 4 days, the war could have escalated to a level, who would have lived to tell what happened? And similarly, here in this part of the world, in the Middle East, Mr. President, your valuable contribution along with President Sisi, I think history will remember in golden words. I wouldn't say more, except God bless you, God give you long life to serve like this for all time to come. Thank you very much.
So beautiful. Thank you very much. Wow. Thank you very much.
Very kind.
Thank you. Wow, I didn't expect that. Let's go home. There's nothing more I have to say. Goodbye, everybody. That was really beautiful and beautifully delivered. Wow, thank you very much. Also with us is President Prabowo, a very incredible man, of Indonesia. President, come in. Great job. President Abbas of the Palestinian Authority. See, we have them all. We have them all. Good. great. It's good to have you. And so many others. I have a list here. This first three rows and what's standing behind me, I don't know why they chose to stand, but it's there. They're going to be very famous tomorrow, all of them. We have the Arab League is represented by His Excellency, and thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much. We have Armenia, and Azerbaijan. That's a little war that we stopped. That's a little war. There they are. Look at them. They're sitting. When I met with them, it was in the Oval Office. They fought for like 31 years or some crazy number. And they had one sitting on that side of the Oval Office, one sitting. By the time we finished in 1 hour, they were both hugging each other. And now they're friends and they're getting along great. Look at it. So I want to thank you both. That's incredible. Really incredible. So you have Armenia and you have Bahrain, you have Canada. It's so great to have, in fact, the president called and he wanted to know if it's worthwhile. He knew exactly what it was. He knew the importance. Where's Canada, by the way? Where are you? Where are you? He knew the importance of this. He said, I want to be there. So many people have done that. They called. I mean, they heard about it. And these are not people that can do that very easily. They have pretty big schedules, to put it in mind. The most powerful people. And I appreciate you being here very much, Mr. President. Fantastic. Fantastic. And Cyprus, Egypt, the European Union, it's a lot of countries. France, thank you very much, Emmanuel. I would imagine Emmanuel standing someplace behind me. Where is he? I can't believe it. You're taking a low-key approach today. He's my friend. That's great. Good job. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Germany, the new Chancellor of Germany he's easy to spot because he's very tall and he's very smart and he's doing a fantastic job for his country. Appreciate it very much. And congratulations, a big election. That was a big one. That was going to change things. Greece, we have Greece. We have Hungary. Oh, Victor, where is Victor? Victor. We love Victor. Victor, I call him. You know, I put the little accent on it. You are fantastic, all right? I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but I'm the only one that matters. You are fantastic. He's a great leader. I endorsed him the last election he had, and he won by 28 points. So you're going to do even better this time. You have another election, and you're going to do great, and we appreciate it. And we're behind you 100%. That's Hungary. India is a great country with a very good friend of mine at the top, and he's just done a fantastic job. And I think that Pakistan and India are going to live very nicely together, right? That's not a very, they are. And they're two great, I'd say, leaders, great leaders as far as I'm concerned. Indonesia, we covered, and I just want to say that that's a big country, a powerful country. It does unbelievably well, and it's great to have you. Iraq, we have Iraq with lots of oil. They have so much oil, they don't know what to do with it. That's a big problem when you have so much, you have no idea what to do with it. So thank you very much thank you very much. Italy, we have a young woman who's, I'm not allowed to say it because usually it's the end of your political career if you say it. She's a beautiful young woman. Now, if you use the word beautiful in the United States about a woman, that's the end of your political career, but I'll take my chances. Where is she? There she is. You don't mind being called beautiful, right? Because you are. Thank you very much for coming. We appreciate it. She wanted to be here, and she's incredible, and they really respect her in Italy. She's a very successful politician. We have Norway. Oh, Norway. Norway. What happened, Norway? What happened? Where's Norway? Where is he? We have Johnny. We're going to the World Cup, I can tell you that. Where's Norway? I don't think he wants to stand. Oh, he's back there. Well, we have Norway. Oman. again. We have Paraguay. We have really fantastic representative from Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what, and this time we'll get you the best seat. He always gets the best seat. He deserves the best seat. But what a great place it is. Spain. Where's Spain? Are you guys working on him with respect to the GDP? We'll get close. We'll get close. But fantastic job you're doing. And UAE, which is great. United Kingdom. Where's United Kingdom? Where's our friend? Where? Come here. Is everything going good? Very good. That's very nice that you're here. These people all came in like 20-minute notice, and I think it's fantastic. And we have so many others, and just so many others. And it's such a compliment to what we're doing, because what we've done is something very unique and very special. So it's perhaps the wealthiest and most powerful group of nations ever assembled at one time, which is a big thing. We have achieved together in recent days a change that really is historic, and it's going to be remembered forever. And I want to thank the American team for their amazing work, and I want to thank, I think he'll go down as the greatest Secretary of State in the history of our country. I really believe that, Marco, or I wouldn't say it. Marco Rubio, I wouldn't say it. Maybe I would. You're doing a great job. I'll tell you, he's on course to do it. We've done a lot of work in 9 months. We've done a lot of work. I say that, 1 year ago, a little more, but 1 year ago, America, the United States of America was it was a dead country. The king told me, and I use that, he said, sir, 1 year ago it was a dead country. Today you have the hottest country anywhere in the world, and it is. It's the hottest country. So many investors are here. We have over $17 trillion being invested in the United States, which is a record that nobody has ever beaten. I don't think anybody will. And we still have 4 months to go before it's a year. So in 8 months, we have over 17 trillion. We're actually very close to $18 trillion. There's never been, as an example, the previous administration had less than $1 trillion over 4 years. We have, we're close to breaking $18 trillion in 8 months. That's pretty amazing. No country's ever done that. I want to also thank Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and my son-in-law and a great guy, Jared Kushner. And I even have my daughter here, Ivanka. Ivanka, please stand up. Ivanka's here. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Ivanka. We have a great team, and we have, as you know, General Raisin Kane. We have John Radcliffe. We have Tom Barrack. We have really a lot of good talent. We have Pete Hegseth, who's now Department of War as opposed to Department of Defense. We made a little change. Somehow I like the name better, so do you, so do a lot of people. But the momentous breakthrough that we're here to celebrate tonight is more than the end of the war in Gaza. It's with God's help, it'll be the new beginning for an entire beautiful Middle East. From this moment forward, we can build a region that's strong and stable and prosperous and united in rejecting the path of terror once and for all. We want to get rid of the terror and get on to other things. There are many other things in life that are so good. The final sprint to this deal began less than 3 weeks ago on the sidelines of the United Nations in New York. I met with many of the people in this room, and it all just started coming together. I've known so many of you for so long. You're friends of mine. You're great people. I have a couple I don't like in particular, but I won't tell you who. I have actually a few of them I don't like at all. But you'll never find out who they are. Well, maybe you will, come to think of it. But I have most of you who I like a lot, and I respect a lot. Maybe that's more important. We listened, and we exchanged ideas, and we kept pushing forward until the job was done. And the first steps to peace are always the hardest. And today we've taken them, and we've put them all together, and we've come up with this beautiful mix like nobody thought was possible. And as you know, I've just come from Israel. It was an amazing day to watch the hostages come in and to watch all of the other things and do all of the other things that we did. And like all of us here this evening, the Israeli people are overjoyed that The war has ended. Many of you have had dancing in the streets. They had dancing in the streets. And they've been dancing for weeks now once they heard about this and they heard that it was even a possibility. They're elated at the arrival of the hostages and excited to begin this new chapter for the entire region, and it's going to be that, and they are going to be great partners, and I hope everybody's going to join the Abraham Accord. I like to say the Avraham. I love Avraham, but somehow it doesn't sound as good when I say it as it does when some of my other friends say it who are from the region. But we're going to get a lot of people joining the Abraham Accords. We have the 4 great nations that did it early on, and they stayed with it. And then you had the Biden administration, which is the worst administration in the history of our country, and obviously they did nothing on that and anything else. And so it stayed at 4, and now a lot of people, even today, they're talking about all joining up. So many people have talked to me about that, and it's going to be a great tribute to really the United States. I mean, the United States has worked very hard in the Middle East, so it would be a tribute to us and to Jared and to Steve and to all of the people, Marco, all of the people that have worked so hard on that. And it really is going to bring, it's going to guarantee that it all stays together. You're going to do well, because the 4 nations do very well. I mean, they do extremely, they're wealthy, but they're a lot wealthier because of it. So I hope everybody's now joining up. Now we have no excuses. We don't have a Gaza, and we don't have an Iran as an excuse. That was a good excuse, but we don't have that anymore. All the momentum now is toward a great, glorious, and lasting peace. And our commitment to fulfilling the 20-point plan we developed together will be the crucial foundation for achieving that bright future. And it's being worked on right now as we speak. And we're actually in stage 3 and 4. It's not going to be, just divided down so simply. We can be long advanced on some of the things that we say we're going to do. We can take them out of order in a positive way, and we've shown how it can be done with responsible nations like the people in this room, these incredible people in this room, setting aside their differences, seeking common ground, and pursuing a better world for all of us. And that spirit's my dream, that we all get together and enjoy our life. And we're going to put some of you on the Board of Peace. Everybody wants to be on the Board of Peace. They said, would you be the chairman? I say, I'm pretty busy too. But whatever we can do to have peace in the Middle East, it's worth it. But everybody wants to go on the Board of Peace, so we're probably going to enlarge it. We're going to get, and the leaders, the top people, the top leaders, they want to be on the Board of Peace. A beautiful term. At first I wasn't sure, and then I realized how beautiful it is. And for the people of Gaza, the focus now must be on restoring the basics of a good life. We're going to have a lot of money coming into Gaza and a lot of rebuilding and building. It's not so much rebuilding, it's really building, cleaning up and building. And I'm pleased to announce that numerous countries of great wealth and power and dignity have come forward to me, and just today and over the last week, to say they want to help in the reconstruction of Gaza, putting up whatever money is necessary. And the money is, of course, it's a lot of money, but it's not much compared to the value or the wealth of these tremendous countries. And they are ensuring stability and success in the Middle East. So when you think about it, it's a very, very small amount of money is necessary, relatively speaking. And as those commitments are made, I'm going to let the world know who is doing it, because they really deserve great credit for doing it, and they're going to do something that's really monumental. This is a monumental day. This is a monumental moment in the history of the world beyond the Middle East. We've all agreed that supporting Gaza must be done to lift up the people themselves, but we don't want to fund anything having to do with bloodshed, hatred, or terror, as has happened in the past. And for the same reason, we're also agreed that Gaza's reconstruction requires that it be demilitarized, and that a new, honest civilian police force must be allowed to create a safe condition for the people in Gaza. As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world, means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times, that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all, but it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. There'll never be a World War III. Our work begins right here and right now. From ancient times, this region has been extraordinarily mixed with respect to people, culture, religions, all of the different elements of national characters, unlike maybe anywhere else on earth. And for 3,000 years, there's been conflict. For whatever reason, there's been tremendous conflict, always conflict. But today, for the first time anyone can remember, we have a once-in-a-lifetime chance to put the old feuds and bitter hatreds behind us. And that's why so many people in this room, they didn't get along. Some did, some didn't, but they're getting along now. This has brought the people together. This is the first time the Middle East crisis has brought people together as opposed to driving them apart. And to declare that our future will not be ruled by the fights of the generations past, which is foolish. So together, let us continue in the spirit of cooperation and goodwill that has finally brought us to this incredible, historic breakthrough. If we do together, we will reach the Middle East's incredible destiny, a safe and prosperous and beautiful crossroads of culture and commerce, faith in humanity and geographic center. This will be the geographic center of the world. So I just want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank you all for what you've done and for this quick notice. It all came together just at one little period. It just came together. It's the greatest deals happen that way. If you do anything about deals, that's all I've done all my life is deals. The greatest deals just sort of happen. And that's what happened right here. And maybe this is going to be the greatest deal of them all, not just nation building, not just having to do with this or the political whims. This will be maybe the greatest deal of them all, period. And I want to thank all of you and all of these great nations and this region for what it's gone through and all of the fights it's had, or life over death and hope over strife and harmony over hatred. That's what we want. We want it to be that way because together we're going to forge a magnificent, great, and enduring peace. I want to just end by saying God bless you all. God bless the Middle East. God bless your countries. And God bless you. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. So if we could ask the media to leave, and we're going to have a little conversation with all of these great leaders, which will take 5 minutes, and we'll just talk for a couple of minutes. But if we could ask the media to leave, would be great. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
No, I'll go back. I'm glad you upgraded me to president.
Oh, did I say?
Great stuff.
Get out of here. And all I need is those cables unplugged. Okay. Yeah. You will unplug my cables.
Tu peux te débrancher avant. Tu peux débrancher le mien aussi. Oui, là. Merci beaucoup.
So thank you, everybody.
Oui. Ah oui?
So to the leaders, I just want to thank you very much for being here. We'll be meeting again. We're going to be drawing some names and we want to get involved in the Board of Peace to let us know. And I just want to thank everybody. This is really a special occasion. Thank you all very much. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you very much.
عايزنا نمشي.
شكله مش عايز يلعب. تفهم انت ايه كده؟ وي وي
From the dawn of civilization, Egypt has been a storyteller to the world. Its monuments, its art, and its timeless wisdom continue to shape human identity. Every stone, every inscription, every legacy teaches us a lesson. At the crossroads of continents, this is a land where civilizations met and
Comme prévu la conférence, et je veux ici redire à la fin de cette journée la joie, le bonheur partagé, d'abord de voir le cessez-le-feu respecté, ensuite de voir les otages libérés. Et donc, quand je me suis exprimé devant vous ce matin, il n'y en avait que 7 qui étaient sortis. Maintenant, tous les otages, les 20 otages vivants ont été libérés, et d'avoir aussi des opérations humanitaires qui ont pu commencer à reprendre avec des volumes même plus importants que ceux qui ont été prévus. C'est ce que nous ont dit les représentants de CHA avec lesquels nous avons pu échanger, qui ont été aujourd'hui transférés. Donc c'est vraiment un acquis. J'ai pu aujourd'hui avoir plusieurs réunions bilatérales avec les dirigeants de la région. Évidemment le président Mahmoud Abbas, le président d'Irak, le roi de Jordanie, l'émir du Qatar, évidemment le président Sisi. Et nous avons tenu une réunion de coordination euro-arabe assez longue avant que se tienne la conférence en fin de journée, qui a permis la signature et les discours du président Sisi et du président Trump. C'est aujourd'hui donc une vraie avancée, une étape décisive. Maintenant, nous nous sommes aussi mis en ordre de marche pour préparer la suite. Et donc, dès demain, poursuivre les opérations humanitaires telles qu'elles ont commencé, mais les accélérer. Avec une coordination euro-arabe qui sera faite. Et nous allons engager avec les États-Unis d'Amérique et Israël pour nous assurer qu'il y ait un suivi international de ces opérations, parce que le grand danger, c'est qu'elles puissent être régulièrement bloquées et que l'aide humanitaire puisse accéder dans les meilleurs délais, en tout cas continue de se faire en temps réel, avec les bons volumes. Et nous avons réparti les rôles et les aides aussi pour les prochaines semaines. Il y aura dans les toutes prochaines semaines, vraisemblablement ici, une conférence humanitaire qui sera organisée et qui sera coordonnée de manière euro-arabe, avec chacun qui prendra la tête d'un des segments. La deuxième étape, c'est la stabilisation et la reconstruction, où là aussi nous allons mobiliser des financements pour très vite repartir dans la stabilisation, la reconstruction de Gaza. Comme je vous le disais ce matin, le deuxième élément de la coordination que nous avons acté, c'est la sécurité. Il y a unanimité pour vouloir une résolution du Conseil de sécurité des Nations Unies entre nous et la poussée. J'en ai parlé aussi tout à l'heure avec le président Trump et le secrétaire d'État Rubio pour aller en ce sens. Et donc le travail va être mené entre nous tous pour avoir une résolution qui permette d'ancrer les choses et de donner un cadre qui permettra aussi à plusieurs forces internationales de se déployer en soutien. Maintenant, il y a tout un travail technique qui va se faire pour définir les règles d'engagement, le statut de cette force, son rôle. En parallèle, évidemment, les forces de police et les forces de sécurité intérieure de l'autorité palestinienne seront déployées. Il y a un très gros travail qui est coordonné largement par l'Égypte et la Jordanie, qui existent depuis des années en la matière, auxquels nous contribuons, nous Européens, par des programmes de financement et de formation, et qu'on va monter en charge dès les prochains jours pour pouvoir, là aussi, financer et organiser ces forces de sécurité intérieure. Dès demain commencera aussi le travail technique sur la démobilisation et le désarmement du Hamas dans ce cadre. Enfin, nous commençons le travail sur la gouvernance, parce qu'il y a beaucoup d'ambiguïtés qui demeurent sur ce sujet, on le sait bien. Dans le plan américain, il y a un conseil de la paix, puis 2 comités, un comité international et un comité palestinien. Il y a à côté de ça tout un travail que nous avons suivi et accompagné, qui s'est fait depuis plusieurs trimestres, coordonné par l'Égypte, la Jordanie, mais avec tous les golfiques et notre suivi, qui a permis d'établir en fait ce qui est déjà un comité palestinien avec un processus de validation israélienne. Nous poussons pour que ce soit ce comité qui puisse s'installer le plus vite possible, qui permet de donner sa place à l'autorité palestinienne, d'assurer la coordination avec la Cisjordanie et qui est validé par Israël. À cet égard, nous avons beaucoup fait. Je veux remercier le président Sisi et le président Trump pour que le président Mahmoud Abbas soit invité. Il a pu être présent à la cérémonie et avoir toute sa place. On a pu valider qu'il soit associé à ces prochaines étapes étroitement, ce qui est un point clé. Parce que nous savons qu'on peut avoir entre nous des désaccords, ce qui est le cas sur les 2 États, entre par exemple les États-Unis et la France, mais la capacité que nous avons à emmener l'autorité palestinienne aujourd'hui, c'est la condition pour que les intérêts et la sécurité de la Cisjordanie soient préservés dans cette phase, reviennent au cœur du plan, et que la perspective politique des 2 États soit préservée. Voilà, je pas être plus long, pardon d'être un peu peut-être technique, mais ça a été l'acquis de cette journée, et donc qui va nous conduire, comme on l'a fait il y a quelques jours auprès du ministre, à poursuivre le travail pour que maintenant ça devienne une réalité qui s'installe. Et on voit il y a encore beaucoup d'étapes devant nous, donc c'est une journée historique, c'est une journée historique pour les otages, leurs familles, pour le peuple israélien, c'est une journée historique parce que c'est celle d'un nouveau cessez-le-feu, du retour de l'aide humanitaire et donc pour le peuple palestinien. Mais on doit encore écrire l'histoire avec beaucoup d'étapes à venir, donc il faut beaucoup d'humilité.
Monsieur le Président, on vous a vu prendre Mahmoud Abbas par le bras pour l'accompagner auprès du président Trump. Est-ce qu'on doit en conclure que le président Trump n'avait pas vraiment envie d'avoir une photo avec lui?
Écoutez, il l'a fait de très bon cœur et je pense qu'il y avait, il y a comme toujours des sujets de protocole, parfois de confusion qui se créent dans ces moments-là. En tout cas, il a été extrêmement amical et attentif à son égard. Et moi, je ne veux voir qu'une chose. Le président Sisi l'a invité, le président Trump l'a salué, l'a associé, il l'a salué dans son propos final et il a pu le saluer, c'est le plus important. Et si la France a modestement pris son bras pour faire quelques mètres, c'est un rôle qui nous va.
Et au-delà, vous pensez que les Américains ont évolué un petit peu sur le mandat aux Nations Unies, Blair, etc. Ou est-ce qu'il reste encore...
Écoutez, je pense que chaque jour, il faut améliorer les choses et avancer vers une internationalisation de cela. Le rôle des Américains est clé, je l'ai dit moi-même il y a plusieurs semaines. Il n'y a qu'un pays au monde et qu'un dirigeant qui pouvait arrêter à Gaza le Premier ministre israélien et son armée, c'est les États-Unis d'Amérique. Il a décidé de le faire, c'est très important et c'est cette étape. Maintenant, les prochaines étapes doivent continuer de s'écrire avec les États-Unis d'Amérique, Israël, mais avec tous les pays de la région et les Européens et avec évidemment les Palestiniens. Non, je pense que le président Trump aime faire des opérations. J'ai un peu le même tempérament, donc je comprends très bien. Elle lui a sans doute proposé, a voulu un moment l'engager. Je pense qu'il y a aussi beaucoup de pays qui n'étaient pas prêts à ce qu'il y ait un format qui change. Je pense qu'il y avait beaucoup de dirigeants que ça mettait en porte-à-faux. Et donc je pense que c'était mieux de faire comme ça et que les choses ont été très bien organisées. C'était très bien que le président Trump puisse aller à la Knesset, avoir ces mots très forts, voir le Premier ministre Netanyahou et le président Herzog. Et je veux ici leur dire mon amitié, dire au peuple israélien l'amitié de la France et notre soulagement à leur côté. Puis qu'ils viennent ici à Sharm El-Sheikh, accueillis par le président Sisi, et qu'ils voient les leaders de la région, les Européens, d'autres leaders impliqués, du Canada à l'Indonésie, et qu'ils puissent avoir ce moment avec le président Abbas. C'était bien fait. Comme disait ma grand-mère, à chaque jour suffit sa peine. Donc je vais remonter dans mon avion et préparer demain. Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres questions sur... Alors on m'a dit, Ocha nous a dit qu'il y en avait sans doute un peu plus, 700 à 800. Dans le plan américain, on parle de 500 à 600. Ce qu'on sait, c'est qu'avant le début de la guerre, il en fallait à peu près 1000 pour tenir. Donc ça vous laisse clairement mesurer qu'il en faut beaucoup plus aujourd'hui. Je pense que personne ne sait véritablement la nature et la magnitude de ce qu'on aura à gérer sur le plan humanitaire. Parce qu'il y a de l'alimentation, de l'eau, des médicaments à envoyer. Il y a aussi beaucoup de blessés à sortir, de familles à prendre en charge dans les hôpitaux avec une grande solidarité de la région et de nous tous pour accompagner. Donc il faut être très humble, mais il est vraisemblable qu'il faudra dans cette phase plus d'un millier, plusieurs milliers sans doute de camions jour si on veut être au rendez-vous et des dispositifs hospitaliers mis à disposition.
Pour finir, Monsieur le Président, est-ce que vous avez pu avancer sur qui va financer tout ça? Qui va financer l'aide humanitaire, les besoins de la force internationale?
La communauté internationale sera au rendez-vous. C'est l'objectif de la conférence qui se tiendra ici. Et donc les pays de la région qui ont déjà fait beaucoup vont continuer de faire, de financer. Le Golfe, exactement. L'Égypte aura un rôle clé avec d'autres pays de la région pour accueillir dans leurs hôpitaux. Et les Européens aussi y participeront. Nous avons eu des efforts, sous le contrôle du ministre, d'environ 100 millions d'euros par an depuis le début du conflit. On fera un peu plus même cette année. Et je ne compte pas là-dedans ce qu'on a fait avec nos déploiements sanitaires et nos ONG en plus, et nos militaires avec le Dixmude qui s'est déployé dès le début du conflit. Donc c'est une mobilisation internationale. Non, je ne confirme rien aujourd'hui. Je veux ici dire la grande préoccupation qui est la nôtre, dire l'amitié de la France à l'égard du peuple malgache. Et au fond, j'ai deux messages. Je pense qu'il est très important que l'ordre constitutionnel, la continuité institutionnelle soit préservée à Madagascar, parce qu'il en va de la stabilité du pays et des intérêts de la population aussi, pour que la communauté internationale puisse continuer d'aider. Parce que si l'ordre international et constitutionnel était rompu, on sait ce qui s'est passé, Madagascar l'a déjà vécu, ce serait évidemment les premières victimes seraient la population. Et à côté de ça, je veux dire ici, comme partout, qu'on regarde la jeunesse de ces pays avec beaucoup d'admiration, d'affection. On a une jeunesse qui s'est exprimée, qui est politisée, qui veut vivre mieux. Et ça, c'est une très bonne chose. Il ne faut simplement pas qu'elle soit récupérée par des factions militaires ou des ingérences étrangères. Et donc là, je veux ici redire au nom de la France notre affection à l'égard de Madagascar, notre attention et notre affection à l'égard de cette jeunesse et notre grande vigilance aux côtés de l'Union africaine, de la SADC, pour que la continuité institutionnelle et l'ordre constitutionnel soient respectés.
Monsieur le Président, lors de la justice viendra-t-elle sur ce qui s'est passé à Gaza?
Pardon?
La justice viendra-t-elle?
Je souhaite, la France a toujours cru que l'impunité ne pouvait pas exister si on voulait que la justice se fasse. Et donc il le faudra. C'est aussi pour ça que j'ai toujours dit qu'il fallait que la justice internationale, ses enquêteurs, que le travail des journalistes puisse reprendre comme celui des humanitaires. Et dans les enjeux des prochains jours et des prochaines semaines, il y a évidemment la priorité humanitaire que j'évoquais. Mais il y a aussi le fait que les journalistes du monde entier puissent revenir faire leur travail à Gaza dans le bon ordre, en étant protégés, sans risquer leur vie, et puissent simplement partager la vérité de la situation. Et donc oui, étape par étape, mais c'est ce que la France souhaite. Et nous avons d'ailleurs toujours lutté contre toute forme d'impunité partout.
Monsieur le Président, juste, on a l'impression que le Hamas refait surface un petit peu à Gaza, occupe un peu le vide. Est-ce que vous êtes inquiet?
Je suis toujours inquiet parce qu'on sait comment ça se passe avec les groupes terroristes. Il faut avoir là-dessus beaucoup d'humilité et beaucoup d'exigence. C'est aussi pour ça que je pense qu'il est très important d'avoir un suivi international extrêmement rigoureux. Et il y aura, nous le savons, dans les semaines, les mois qui viennent, des attaques terroristes, des déstabilisations, des moments qui seront très durs, parce que on ne démantèle pas un groupe terroriste avec des milliers de combattants, des tunnels, des armements de cette nature du jour au lendemain. Et donc, là-dessus, il faut qu'il y ait cette force de stabilisation internationale, qu'on se mobilise pour former et équiper l'autorité ad hoc avec les forces de sécurité palestiniennes, mais il faut aussi qu'il y ait un grand accompagnement. Nous avons nous-mêmes déployé des planificateurs pour aider, et on mettra tous notre expertise. Les Britanniques, par exemple, dans notre réunion de cet après-midi, expliquaient qu'ils ont une grande expertise sur le début de le décommanding, pardon de le faire en mauvais anglais, parce qu'ils l'ont fait après le Good Friday Agreement sur l'ARE. Et tout ça est extrêmement complexe, ça va prendre du temps, mais il faut qu'on soit tous mobilisés, on le saura.
La force internationale, d'après vous, devrait être déployée quand à Gaza?
Je ne peux pas vous le dire ici sans parler en l'air. Je pense qu'il faut d'abord qu'on travaille ensemble sur quelles sont ces règles d'engagement, qui est prêt à s'y engager, comment on l'articule avec les forces de sécurité et la police, et qu'on ait un accord sur un texte. C'est ce qu'on travaille avec les Britanniques depuis plusieurs jours et semaines. On l'a partagé jeudi avec les autres Européens et les Golfiques et la Turquie. Et nous allons maintenant réengager avec les Américains. J'ai eu la discussion tout à l'heure avec le président Trump et le secrétaire d'État Rubio. Voilà.
Merci beaucoup.
Je vais devoir prendre l'avion.
Merci.
Oui, parce que c'est ce que nos compatriotes attendent pour eux-mêmes. C'est ce dont la France a besoin, c'est ce dont nos armées ont besoin. C'est ce dont le quotidien de nos Français ont besoin. Et donc j'ai confiance dans l'esprit de responsabilité de chacun pour y arriver. Merci à toutes et tous. Bon courage.
Bon, bah, c'est bon, on a l'explication.
Oh, merci.